All right, continuing on with Remembrance of the Cousin. So this next thing is something I wasn't sure if I wanted to mention, but oh, my head hurts. It's just something I feel bad about, so something I want to mention, something I said, which makes me look very bad. I already look very bad because I was playing with fire and I got my cousin involved, and then I brought gasoline into it, and my cousin got burned really bad. So that already makes me look bad. But so this is back when we were like, me and my cousin were around 10, 11, or 12. So sometimes kids do risky things from lack of experience and in maturity. So can use that as an excuse, like adults do dangerous things too, for sure. But still, yeah, very, very, very bad to be doing this. So that made me look bad, just that whole thing by itself, since my cousin got burned really bad. So you can say it was my fault because it was my idea to play with the fire. But so I said something with my friends later. I was I'm ashamed to admit it, but I was joking with my friends about what had happened with my cousin, about his leg being caught on fire. I was joking about it with my friends later, and I guess they thought it was funny too. I wasn't like laughing about it, but I just made light of it. I joked about it with my friends. So I was trying to think about why I did this. Why was I joking about this with my friends? Was it like a retaliation because like there were times when I wasn't getting along with my cousin, like times where he was picking on me, like he said things that I didn't like, so I was like in a way getting back at him by making fun of him being caught on fire, which sounds pretty bad. But this is me like as a kid saying things I shouldn't say after doing things I shouldn't have done. Yeah, because there were definitely times where me and my cousin we didn't get along, or at least I felt like he was picking on me. Um, I think I've heard like sometimes when like the way like nervous laughter, like sometimes people when they have bad experiences, they deal with it uh, by making like a joke about it, like making light of it, like getting humor out of a bad experience just to deal with it. I guess that might have been part of the reason why I did that. Uh, I definitely was not being very mature about it. So I'm ashamed to admit that I was joking about it later. So that's the exact opposite reaction I should have had. But I was just a kid. We were both just kids. I feel bad about it now. I shouldn't have joked about it with my friends. Especially because later my cousin died. So now I'm looking back on the things that I should not have done, or the things I should not have said. Like, even if he didn't die, my cousin. What I joking about someone being like burning is not, that's not funny. So, in my experience, I've noticed how people change as they grow older. Like, so I feel like I've changed a lot. There are things that I've said when I was a kid that I would never say now. Things I did when I was a kid that I would never do now. So I've had a lot of learning experiences. It's just, it's unfortunate that, like, I wish I didn't make as many mistakes as I have in my life. That's for sure. A lot of regret. So it's frustrating having learning experiences I when I wish I didn't have to make the mistakes I made. Like, I wish I would have realized that I was making that it would have been a mistake, and I would have prevented myself from making the mistake. So it's like I wish I could go back in time and prevent myself from making mistakes that I've made. So it's very frustrating looking back on mistakes. It's like, well, gotta I guess you gotta tell yourself there's nothing you can do about it now. It's too late. Well, if my cousin was still alive, here's another thing where, well, it's too late now. But if my cousin was still alive, um, because of this thing happened where it was my idea to play with the fire and to bring gasoline into it, I could have, like, if my cousin was still alive and we both, like, when we both became adults, I could have gotten to the point where I realized, wow, that was really terrible what I did. And especially, like, terrible that I was joking about it with my friends. But, like, I could have realized this, like, how bad it was, which I should have. Like, but as we matured and got older, we could have discussed this. Me and my cousin, I could have, I could have properly apologized for what happened. So that's the very unfortunate thing there to think about. Like, if he was still alive, I could have apologized to him properly. saying how I shouldn't have played with fire with him. So that since he died, that conversation never happened. Since he died so young. So that's frustrating thinking about that. Yeah, it makes me a little angry thinking about that. Yeah, definitely. Because it was my idea, and he got hurt. Should never have done that. Don't play with fire. Definitely don't play with gasoline and fire. All right, I guess that's. I guess I'm gonna cut this video a little short. It's time for me to start eating anyway. And after talking about what I've been talking about, uh, I don't really feel like going on to something else right now because this was a serious topic here that I wanted to talk about. Something I did that was very bad. Somebody got hurt, and I didn't react the way I should have when I was a kid. So don't play with fire. Something everybody should know.